Hey everyone, this is LordDavon again, and today I am bringing you a follow-up of a review I did about a couple weeks ago on the Reactor Tank from nHaler. So, the Reactor Tank has an upgrade, and the upgrade is a new tank and a new atomizer. And they went from a dual coil atomizer to a single coil debridged atomizer. And to me, that was the upgrade I was looking for. That was something that I wanted to see, because when I used the original Reactor Tank, dual coil atomizers just, to me, don't have the flavor of a single coil atomizer. And I'm a dripper. I've got IO6s, and I've got HH357s, and I've got 306 Cisco Spect Addies. I'm a dripper. And when I vape, and I'm not testing stuff, I drip. So when I got an atomizer tank, I wanted it to be like I drip. And, the Reactor Tank, the original one was good. It just wasn't really good. And it's $67, and that's a bit to swallow for a lot of people. A lot of people can't just buy a $67 tank. So when I was looking for the flavor and the vapor, well, the vapor was there, but the flavor wasn't what I wanted. To my dripping specifications. Now, I spent $67, and a few weeks later, poof, there's another revision to this thing. And I was kind of bummed. But what was cool is they have something called the Reactor Tank Tube with Atomizer, which is an upgrade kit for the original reactor. Now, it comes with an atomizer, and they do sell pre-dotted or pre-punched atomizers for $9. But you have to get the new tube for it to upgrade your reactor. So now they could have charged a lot of money, $20 for an upgrade kit, but they didn't. It's $10 with the edit. So they're charging you $1 for the tank, or the tube in this case. And that's pretty cool. I gotta say, when you spend $67 on a tank, and they revise it, you're thinking, oh no, it's going to cost me a fortune. But they didn't do that. They charge you $1 for the extra tank. And that's pretty cool. Now, the new atomizer, and this is the 2.5 ohm, is of course, still pre-dotted and debridged. And you've got a single coil atomizer in there. And it works. It works better. It works much better. Now, I was using the 1.5 ohm, and now I've got the 2.5 ohm in here, and the 2.5 ohm is still good. For some reason, I like the 1.5 ohm better. But I've got to say that after using this for a while, this is just so much better than it was. I really like this now. And, having the $10 upgrade with the new atomizer makes me feel so much better of that $67 initial investment, because when you spend $67 on something, you want it to be a long-term investment. So when they come out with a $10 upgrade for this thing, that's pretty cool. It makes you feel like the $67 initial investment is well spent, or at least better spent. And, yeah, kudos. Now, it vapes like it should, and it tastes like it should. Debridging it probably enhanced the flavor immensely. I have got to say that I am really, really liking this tank now. I did talk to Sean at nHaler, and I had a pretty thick juice in here, and I asked him, what's the recommended limit to the PG/VG, and about 50% VG is the limit you want to use with this, and I've got to agree that 50/50 in here works pretty well. I used 100% VG in here, and I went through a whole tank, and it worked well. But every once in a while, I had to, if you loosen the cap just a little bit, pop it back down, it'll push the juice into the atomizer and prime it. So if you do get a dry head, and it was rare. It's pretty easy to prime it. So what do I think of the reactor tank now? Well, I think it's really, really good. It's still $67, and even though there are no other, tanks like this with an atomizer in them for under $100, it's still $67. And there are other options within this price range, like the Defcon and the Phoenix Addy, and nHaler's got the Phoenix Addy for $15, and Vapor Bitch has it for $20, and there are a lot of different options. There are definitely good claromizers and things like that. But as far as a tank goes, right now, this is my favorite. So I'm okay with spending $67 on the tank. The question is, are you? And that's something for you to decide. But at least rest assured that if you spend the $67, it does feel like it's a longer-term investment than originally thought. And as they improve this, it's not going to break the bank to upgrade. At least it wasn't this time. And it makes me feel like it's going to stay that way. So the $67 investment, that could be money well spent. This tank seems to have a better future than many others. All right, so the reactor tank, that's the new one. I like it. All right, so I'm LordDavon. Let them know I sent you.